Hey everyone, this is Michael of the Round Number One YouTube channel. Welcome back to the channel. Now, the past few days just clarified that AEW is a toxic wrestling organization. I've been saying this way back from when CM Punk acted out the way he did at the media scrum. I've been saying that Tony Khan is the imbecile son of a billionaire running a wrestling company that he doesn't have any real experience running. Now, as I'm recording this, if Tony Khan hasn't, he's gonna have to explain very, very soon if and why he called upon his talent to conduct a plan of attack on LuFisto on X Twitter. There's no escape in there, not being an explanation given from Tony Khan to the media. And I anticipate that if he hasn't made an announcement within this week, he's gonna have to make an announcement during the all-in media scrum at Wembley. Tony Khan, he must take questions at this event that addresses the mistake that was made, that most likely came from him, to conduct this plan of attack on LuFisto on social media. You know, it's Tony Khan's duty to make sure that no part of AEW isn't a mess towards people outside of AEW. Now, let me say this from my personal point of view. I have never worked for an employer and its employees always liked each other. You know, people at work have conflicts, disagreements, or personality clashes that affect their work relationships. But according to the tweets from multiple women of AEW, including MJF, I don't know how the hell he got into this mess. You know, the women's locker room of AEW is harmonious and supportive, and all the women get along. The difference of differences between things said on X Twitter in front of the AEW camera and off camera to the media makes the women of AEW look out to be stinking ass liars. According to Soraya, aka Paige, reality TV is not real. So that AEW All Access show, which showed members of the women roster to gossip, spread rumors, and badmouth their co-workers, wasn't real. But what was real was Tony Storm, Britt Baker, and Soraya badmouthing their co-worker to the media, which led to fans not believing the legitimacy of Thunder Rosa's back injury. If the women's locker room was as supported as the women claim it is, then why wasn't Thunder Rosa, as a co-worker, as the champion, supported by the locker room when she needed help or guidance as Penelope Ford received? You know, how dare they say they have a harmonious and supportive locker room and they intentionally ignored a fellow employee going through mental health problems and suicidal thoughts? Then with this issue with LuFisto, with AEW, and its women's division gets hot, Britt Baker puts Rosa on the spot and wants her to defend the locker room when the locker room ignored Thunder Rosa. There needs to be an apology given to LuFisto from Tony Khan, and it needs to be public. It was very childish going about burying LuFisto over true statements and getting the AEW fans and friends of AEW to chip in on covering up the hole of dirt for LuFisto. Yes, the AEW locker rooms are toxic. Yes, the backstage of AEW is a mess. These are not lies. Now let's talk about Ruby Soho and Dustin Rhodes. In an interview with Fightful, LuFisto talked about her history with Soho, which apparently has been bad since at least 2016, when LuFisto was a guest of Pat Patterson at WrestleMania and ran to Ruby backstage. Now, at one point, while waiting for confirmation of her match in AEW, LuFisto says she came upon Dustin Rhodes and Soho and believes they were talking about her. LuFisto LuFisto claims Rose's demeanor towards her changed after his conversation with Soho, with his next words being, "So all French Canadian people are effing assholes, eh?" There is some personal issue between Ruby Soho and LuFisto which neither has fully explained. People have different perceptions and opinions of others depending on experiences. Bailey and FTR were upset over LuFisto's tweet because to them Ruby is seen as kind and generous, but LuFisto sees Ruby as rude and dishonest. Unfortunately, that's the basis of how humans are judged. I kind of wish that wrestlers could be open-minded and respectful towards others, but it's just not an important thing towards some wrestlers.